You can obliterate the entire screen of enemies in one turn with Maelle using this build without the input of any of your other teammates, so it fits into a regular party setup, or you can also go solo, and it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, woo-wee, mon ami. In order for you to get the most out of the build, you're going to want to have beaten Act 2 to acquire Painted Power, allowing you to surpass the damage limit. You'll also need Cheetah or Shortcut in order to play twice in a row. Grab Cheetah by defeating Sprong, the optional giant Nevron sticking out of the water. He's got a lot of HP and he hits pretty hard, but you can do it after Act 2. The weapon of choice is Barrier Breaker, picked for its really high overall damage and excellent bonus abilities, making it very flexible, and you automatically obtain it via progression. You could equally take a different high damage weapon, or of course the obvious choice of Medallum, depending on which Luminous you have available to you. For your Pictos, you're going to be equipping for high critical rate and speed, aiming to get to 100% crit rate if possible, making up the difference from the boost you'll get from defense. If any of the skills are what you're after anyway, then that's a great bonus too, like Shortcut over here, which is going to give us a third hit alongside Cheetah if we need it with my specific setup. The build centers around two skills for the screen wipes. First, we'll be using Last Chance to put Maelle into Virtuoso stance, followed by the devastating Phantom Strike to deal very high void damage to all enemies. Having Stendhal and other skills will also provide a perfect single target solution if needed. For our Luminous, you won't actually need good AP generation from the get-go, but it's useful to have for any free aim shots needed versus shields or what have you. We can get the full 9 AP on start using Energizing Turn, Energizing Rush, and Energizing Powerful, alongside Auto Rush and Auto Powerful, which is also flexible with a combination of Energizing Starts depending on which Luminous you have available. And then everything else is all damage increasing skills, as many as you have, including Luminous like At Death's Door, Confident Fighter, Greater Powerful, Inverted Affinity. Solo Fighter will be huge if you're just using Maelle. Don't worry if you don't have all of them. The principles behind the build are far more important to understand than strictly following this to a T. When entering a battle, you'll go first because of your speed being high enough or via first strike, and you'll have 8 AP to play around with. You'll still need to hold on to 1 to remove any shields or whatever. Go straight into Last Chance to put Maelle into Virtuoso stance, and back up to 9 AP if you've used any of it, at the cost of putting her on 1 HP. We'll then play again immediately with Cheetah or Shortcut to use Phantom Strike, unleashing very high void damage to all enemies, which will clear many of even the strongest of endgame mobs. In any cases where you need to adjust to single target damage, you can instead use Stendhal in place of Phantom Strike, which will just delete foes from existence. There aren't really any caveats here, as I don't believe any enemies are resistant to void damage in any kind of capacity. Give it a spin, let me know what Luminous you're using with it in the comments, and follow me for more build guides.